Today I received this wireless pen mouse I ordered from AliExpress last week, and I believe that this tool is easier to use during video editing, especially when it comes to digital handwriting. Welcome back to my live channel, guys. This is Matt speaking, and in this video I'm going to take a closer look at this wireless pen mouse and evaluate its performance. Without further ado, let's dive into it deeper. Alright guys, so I'm ready to show you the box itself. Since it's already unpacked, I will show the empty one. However, on the back of it, there is a list of package included. And we need to ensure that we have everything ready. So here is the dual keys optical pocket pen mouse. This is what the mouse itself looks like. And next we need to ensure we have a Type-C charging cable. Right. And here is it. There are also USB to USB-C and micro USB adapter, which are here. And also the user's guide. Okay, the main compartment is here, and there are also three more things that are included. The dongle itself with the yellow back. So this is what the mouse will be connected with. Next it will be also the storage bag, which is comfortable for me because I probably need to store it after the use. And also the stand, so that I could keep the mouse in a vertical position. Right, and let's take a look at the pen itself. It's pretty ergonomic in the hands, and on the one side there is a stylus which can be used for tablets that do not support the connection. On the back there is a on-off switch and USB-C plug for charging purposes. And on the other end there is an optical mouse with a 2.4 GHz. At the top there is a wheel and the left key. It's very important because these two are the right key depending on whether you're left hand or right hand. Or if you're ambidextrous, it's also awesome. Yeah, just to be honest, I'm dreaming about being ambidextrous, to not care about the left or right or something like that. And since I already tested that, let's turn it on. And when we turn on, it flashes with the few lights. R, G, B. There is also a illumination. Infra blue light is used. We're going to hold it like a normal pen. So here's. However, on the laptop, which I'm gonna show you, it's gonna move because we need this dongle. Certainly need this down. And also there is a stand which allows you to put the pen after its use. So it's better to put it with the infra blue light here and the stylus on the back. Yeah, it's pretty comfortable, and let's plug it into the PC and see how it works like. If you wonder why I mentioned the infra blue light, although it's well known that there is a infrared light, let me turn it off and turn on once again so that you could see the infra light be flashed with blue. This is why I mentioned that, because I don't want to hear the comments like, hey man, but infra blue light doesn't exist, lol. It's either ultraviolet or infrared. Anyway, it's a trivial thing. Time to sit down. Alright, so I already connected the pen mouse to my laptop. It's already on. And I primarily wanted to use the pen mouse during editing videos because I don't think the titles and small inscriptions could be well written with the optical mouse. So I'm gonna compare the pen mouse with the optical mouse in terms of this, and also in terms of simple drawings, to see who wins. Right, so in that case, let's create the A4 picture just for a test. For your information, is 2480 by 3500 pixels. Well, I already know that in centimeters it's already 20 by 30, 21 by 30, so to say. But what I'm gonna say is pixels. I like pixels when working with the PC, so let's click OK. And primarily to zoom in, I thought that in GIMP you need to use the steering wheel only, but it works with the held command button on Mac or control on Windows. So yeah. You just heard the steering wheel sound. Okay, it works. It works appropriate if you distribute the hand throughout the pen mouse. And if I want to go to the top of the document, in my case, so I simply need to wheel down, and here it is. So yeah, the steering wheel works. Now, so let's type something, because I don't want to come up with some epic inscriptions. I don't have much time. What could I write? Okay, my nickname, Matt. So with the pen mouse. Let's go. And I wrote with the horizontal position of my hand, just like many people could do. And yeah, this is written with the pen mouse. I'm gonna write pen mouse here. Okay, so basically I could write both nickname and the tool name I used without almost falling behind the writing line. So if we mentally write this, it's like SC1. You could simply put the ruler closer so that it could be more straight line. But judging by, let's say, this point, yeah, I wrote appropriately, and also this line as well. Yeah, it's pretty close. I used the pen mouse for the purpose. Now I will temporarily turn it off, and let's turn on the optical mouse, and I will also write Matt and optical mouse. So the optical mouse inscription is written quite unclear from my side. I can understand, but if you, for example, took a look at that description from your eyes, you couldn't understand that this one is a T, not the pound sign, or C. It's M and not N as in Nancy, and it's not quite clear whether it's the S letter here. So while the pen mouse can write freely, the optical mouse is more precise, and here is the slight difference. So, and the disadvantage I noticed in the pen mouse is that there is no built-in DPI button. I checked the user guide, there is no clear mentionings, which draws a conclusion that I probably need to go to system settings to set the tracking mouse speed at the lower side, lower meaning. Whereas in the optical mouse there is a DPI button. I could click to change from low to mid to maximum. I'm gonna demonstrate it because it's currently on and it's working. So, right, so this one is low, this one is mid, and this one is max. And I will slightly fix instead of undoing, because I already wrote max here, and it's all applicable for optical mouse. Yeah, simply put the maximum one in my case. Whereas if I write with the pen mouse, it's faster, but it can be broadened.
So yeah, this is what it looks like. And also when it comes to simple drawings, then it's also possible to do it. I noticed that the pen mouse makes it faster than the optical one. So let's try the smiling emoji. If I could write the perfect circle just like some people do. And the same I'm gonna do with the optical mouse. And okay, let's put the maximum value, I don't know. Or the same size, it's like between 8 and 10.5, it would be 2.5, so I'm gonna draw it here. So the difference between optical and pen mouses is that the DPI cannot be set for the pen mouse on the device itself. You simply need to go to settings, and I'm gonna do it between the video. Whereas in the optical mouse, it's possible to change between low, mid, and max. And yeah, given that both mouses are wireless, I don't think that could work with the wired one. All right, so let me change the tracking mouse speed in settings, and I will repeat the same experiment here. Alright, so I've already put the lower tracking speed in the macOS settings. So let's write something with a pen mouse given the low DPI. I will write, okay, pen mouse, lower DPI on my PC. By the way, if you could notice, I changed the brush size to 25. To make it easier. Okay. But right now, this is the cursive handwriting, and I will repeat the same line just with the typewriting. But as you could see, I wrote it on a straight line. Now, if we change back to 50, I will also write the same line. Here are the three cases I tested the pen mouse just in front of you guys. Here is the one I wrote the pen mouse, lower DPI, I'm on PC. But the cursive handwriting, yeah, it works very well with the lower DPI. And I can understand lower. If not this one, you would understand this W here. Next one I wrote with the typewriting, lower DPI on my PC. So it's quite rough writing, and sometimes the elements could fall behind the invisible writing line. And the lower DPI on my PC inscription with the size of brush 50, and just like I used with the previous writings, it's the same with the lower DPI, but the handwriting is a little bit unclear. So I could conclude here that it's possible to write with the pen, but the problem will lay on the accuracy. So I need to make sure I have a sufficient space on my desk to be able to write properly. And of course, to conclude the video, let's draw the happy female face. To demonstrate that it's possible to implement my writing and drawing skills with a pen mouse. Okay, this is the woman. I hope she's sexy enough. She's... So this is the way I will conclude the drawing experiment. So basically it's possible to draw with a pen mouse even under the low DPI, and I would recommend using the low DPI to write with the pen mouse. For professionals, of course, it's up to you whether to use the low or high one. And compared to the optical mouse, it's easier to write, and you just need to adjust the settings of brush paint. So yeah, apart from the final words I mentioned about this pen mouse, I can also add that sometimes AliExpress delivers definitely good quality goods, especially when it comes to electronics and related periphery. So I could freely use this pen instead of ordering the Hama or Logitech from Polish or international online retailers. So I do believe that AliExpress has a future behind its marketing strategy. And this pen, as tested in this video, works appropriate and is very applicable for handwriting editing in such software like Adobe After Effects, Final Cut Pro or Motion. I hope you enjoyed today's review. If you definitely enjoyed it, make sure you support me by hit the like, subscribing to my channel and enabling all notifications so that you won't miss out on any new updates. This has been Matt, and I hope to see you next video. Thank you for watching.